We have no time for introduction. There was going on a lot around Kanye, especially on his Twitter page the last days, and we now will go through every tweet in chronological order, summarizing everything as quickly as possible, so that you know exactly what was going on in Kanye's head. Jokes aside, nobody knows what's going on up there. One more thing, YouTube, please don't ban us. We are not connected in any way with the statements made or said in this video. That's 100% on you, Mr. West. Okay, let's go now. We're starting on the 2nd of February, where Kanye thanked the Grammys for nominating his song Carnival. Followed by many other tweets which gave us some foreshadowing about his current Crashout. He talked about that the world is so lucky to have him, that calling X Twitter is like calling Kanye.
Hey, good morning, Kanye.
Shut the fuck up.
He doesn't want to hear nobody call Twitter Twitter. That he is now speaking in third person, giving us the question if he is a clone or not, mentioning that he is just warming up, he's rich and can say whatever the f he wants, and he's shouting out the old Kanye West.
Last but not least, I want to thank me.
After that, he only gave us the word
Shalom,
which is a form of greeting used by the Jewish community. After that, he started some delusional messages and tweeted fuck reading and anyone who can do it. I don't really think you have to understand that one either. Next on, he gave Donald Trump a shout out and accused the Democrats on controlling black people, but not anymore. He then gave your kids an advice that Twitter is a great way to express yourself and to crash 3 companies at once. Funny, because I thought he don't want to hear nobody call Twitter Twitter, but only X. Going on with the tweet, yes, Jesus loves me. Next, he invited us to the Grammy party, which was really weird, especially with that what happened before on the red carpet. He calls Elon family, he changed his profile picture from Kamala Harris to only white, then apologized to Kamala after he tweeted he would give it to her. Pause. But unfortunately, he doesn't fuck with losers. Somebody really gotta check on that man. He also apologized to Kamala's children, even though she has no children besides a stepson and stepdaughter. He also said that Kamala seemed like a very nice human. 3 days later, on the 5th of February, he posted a link to the first episode of his interview series and said, "Please remember, I'm only 35 days into the year." And then, all of a sudden, free Puff. On February 7th, the world has been split in 2. But he previewed a new song right after with Ty Dolla $ign. Unfortunately, it doesn't heal the wound he has left, and it doesn't have to. Because only 15 minutes later, he began to take over Twitter with giving us statements after statements and everything written in capital letters. Nearly every minute or hour for 3 days straight. So let's start. He begins calling out other celebrities, claiming that they just watched Diddy rot in prison and won't open their mouths to help him. He continues speaking positive about Diddy and that everybody else gotta do something to help him. Okay, enough of that, at least for now. 7 minutes later, he said that slavery is a choice. Dear YouTube, this is just a quote, and I do not claim this shit. He goes on telling us we should help his hero and idol instead of laughing at this on Insta. Then he goes all out, yelling at the world in capital letters, asking what they're trying to do. You know what I did? Cancel him or deleting his socials.
Get back to fucking work.
Fuck that. You got somebody else I can talk to?
Then telling us again about his slavery opinion and that he's now off the leash, speaking his mind freely without editing anything. Yeah, we get that, yeah. Next on his list was Diageo, and after long research I found out that this is an alcohol company which allegedly dug out dirt which they threw on Diddy. Followed by tweets claiming that everybody should help that they should let the white people and Jewish people tell them what to do and say, and that they should f*** Diageo and all fellas in advance. Then he started advertising the new Sean Tron collaboration. Here he talks about his brother, in this case Diddy, claimed Puff gets 1 call a morning.
I'm not really a people person, but when you need help, and you will, call me.
And then previewed more colorways of the Sean Tron collection on his Yeezy website. He loves to go all out in public, just like with the incident where he said he thinks that every human being has something of value they brought to the table, especially a specific person. Going on with the Diddy propaganda, claiming there are white people, using Puff as an example to scare people like saying they gotta find out whoever is after Puff. Okay, cool, play off the grid. Referring back to the clip created behind the scenes of the Donda production.
Alright, play off the grid.
Looks like no matter what he takes, it still has left a sense of humor. Okay, next. He is in his God mode. And speaking for all of us, yeah, you heard right, all of us, claiming the statement, Puff, we love you. He then previewed his new song Wheels Fall Off, which he released on Friday evening, which is pretty mid, but we'll get there soon. After going crash out for 6 hours, he then got locked out of his Instagram account, but he hasn't been banned yet. Next on, claiming that his money comes from God. Just read Mark 12:17, Kanye, come on man. He he is rich for times like this, so he has the power to speak out loud, alongside with 2 quotes from Elijah Muhammad, recommending that if enough people unite with him, they can reach anything. He stood up for Puff and is still going to win 20 Grammys next year, referring to his upcoming albums Bully and Vultures 3, and also saying that he is going to do the Super Bowl. After that, he reposted a picture of Drake on stage where you can see him with bullet holes in his back, commenting it with heart, one of the only normal posts in a long time. A few tweets from Kanye that are not so normal on the other side are where he said he would jump everybody immediately who is asking him about Puff, complaining about plus-sized women, calling out Adele to be used as a pawn for political agendas, saying that he will never apologize for his Jewish comments. We are so cooked that he can say whatever the fuck he wants.
So this is it? After all we've been through.
I could literally say anti-Semitic shit and they can't drop me.
That everybody can suck his dick as an apology.
He landed one black flash, no big deal.
That the Jews don't run him no more and this all is just his freely opinion in a free country. That the Jews abort black children for stem cells and that it is murder which is then pushed onto the black and Latino community. I mean, what the? Okay, next. Also, everybody who is working for him who does not agree with his statements should quit. That everybody is being used by the system. That he is a one-man army because nobody would try to change something.
Assemble.
That everybody is looking up to him because he is above everybody.
Holy shit, is this Kanye West?
Wait, who are you?
And that he lives the life of speaking his mind freely and that he won't stop now. Talking about fuck everybody, that he needs nobody and if you don't do anything in your power to further his agendas, it's also fuck you.
Hi, hello.
Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
Which doesn't sound really friendly, Kanye. Also, that nobody will ever tell him anything again. And for now, a crazy Kanye quote y'all won't forget so fast. There is nothing wider than English itself. People who speak perfect English are broke.
Did I just catch you wanting to be shit?
And schools as well as religion are made to control and limit critical and entrepreneurial thinking. Next up, he has Jewish friends, but he doesn't trust any of them. He has control over his wife, we know that. He doesn't make her do anything she doesn't want to. Cap.
Yeah, you wanna cook dinner for us every night?
No, not really.
But she needs his approval to do stuff, like the see-through dress at the Grammys. And he doesn't have any empathy or respect for anyone living. However, he loves some people and he gives them favors. Asking in his next tweet how people pay for their woman and let their woman run them, also with some crash-out statement at the end. Saying that he will buy 2 Maybachs the next day and make the Jewish seller of the cars to read all his tweets. That he doesn't care about politics and Kamala got only used for what they call the black vote. He doesn't listen to rap because there is no information or value that benefits his agenda and his favorite artist is Miles. Next on, he claims that he is a racist and stereotypes exist for a reason which are all true. He won't assimilate to the simulation. Probably he's on Andrew Tate's length now. He doesn't like fancy restaurants and why would he? I mean, ramen noodles and Doritos exist for a reason.
He only cares about himself. His support of Puff is selfish and he needs to find the people who are trying to out the black moguls. Everybody is slow. Everybody is retarded. He doesn't take advice he hasn't asked for. He stands by his words and fuck everybody who can't stand it. He's not gentle.
If you are still here, why don't you click that subscribe button and give this video a like.
Reddit would play the game The Last of Us 1 and 2, for which he gives a shout out to the Jewish creators of the game.
Now the next one is already iconic. He turned down 3 photos this week with Make-A-Wish kids in wheelchairs. What the fuck? He doesn't take photos only when he wants to. Then he posted, I just tweeted everything I could think of and I'm still alive. But as you can see, it wasn't everything he could think of because this video isn't even nearly over. Then it goes on. Never meet your heroes, which he proved pretty well in the last days. He pays people to laugh at his jokes. Making love for free is worse than making love for money. So he speaks on prostitution, which isn't the only time he does this in this video. He tells us to fuck Virgil, which is really sad because we all know he was really good friends with him. Flood the Paris for a hug! He fired and blocked the man who worked for him, calling out Bianca's Grammy look. He told us how much he paid for Grammy ads this year, but then he demands the money back. He casually calls himself a Nazi. He says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no funny rich people. Every man who is funny is also broke. He doesn't want any celebrities to help him, which he however started asking for just a day ago. Every celebrity is broke. Going to jail is an achievable goal. He is the Don. He is over everything and everyone. He won't ever let no broke fella talk to him.
Hey, Kanye.
claiming all white people are racists, which is a crazy statement. Jewish people actually hate white people and use black people. Elon stole his Nazi swag at the inauguration. Every time Jewish people come up to him and say they can't work with him no more, he gets butterflies in his belly.
Oh, I love this feeling.
Okay, this one was a little bit edited, but let's just continue. He has $2.77 billion to his name, which got checked by Eaton Venture Services, and he claims the number is still growing. He said he is God on earth, and he constantly must forgive every human, talking about what a lower breed humanity is and that he is above everyone. He loves China and won't say anything negative against them. China helped him when America turned their back on him. He is changing his mind when he feels like it. Friends are for kids. He is a user and only has people around him that are useful. If one can't be used by him, then he is useless. He hates rappers. He hates the way rappers dress. He asks what is wrong with people wearing fur hats, which people think could be a diss directed to Tyler, the Creator. The more drip somebody puts on, the more broke they look. He loves Ty Dolla $ign. Ty is the friend who has always been there for him and has not waited for Kanye to be in good standing with the Jews.
Listen, Kanye, I am sorry.
He empathizes again that he does not trust any Jews, especially with the statement, "This is completely sober with no Hennessy." He can say the word Jew and the word Hitler as much as he wants to.
Don't you dare say it!
He asks if it is cash or a concept if you make money off a coin, referring back to his Matrix shit.
Chain, the first fully AI layer 2 blockchain built on Solana.
Then he gives some psychopath statements off of him. When he feels some kind of feeling, he stands still till that feeling is gone, saying people control you by your feelings. He won't be controlled. He claims to be the best musician ever. Sometime he will also be the best in the clothing, home and city brand, and until then he will talk whatever he wants the entire time.